You must be crazy. You's a DOG. And if you was my man, I would have been kicked you out of my house by now. This is what had happened.
That's elaborate. Thank you for that. Welcome back to the show. And if you're watching on YouTube or twitch.tv, you see that Liz Miele is with us in studio for another segment. And she's here because she's in town here in San Francisco. Get to the world famous Punchline, one of the great comedy clubs in the world, as she is headlining. She's got shows tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday as well. And Liz, we were just talking about uh, Ubers and such things like that. I do, when I talk to comedians and we talk about Edinburgh Fringe, I bring up you a lot.
Really?
Because I remember the story you told me about how you have to bark your own shows and it's raining and the audience is funnier than you and you cry. And people are like, well, I don't think I had as bad experience as Liz did. Have you ever gone back?
I hope to never go back. I mean, I headlined there. Like, I went back and I headlined,
Sure.
not during the festival. I would have to be like stupid famous, where like I have producers and everybody's doing stuff for me, and the audience appears gratefully. I'm glad I did it. I was warned. It was I felt like I did a lot of research. I talked to a bunch of American comics, many of them that didn't enjoy it, and then I talked to a bunch of British comics that are like truly like manipulated by the system. I think it's changed a lot since then because it was 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But like they just do it every year. You're supposed to do it. That's the only way to make it in the UK. Blah blah blah. And it was helpful to know that it was going to be difficult, but there was benefits to it both career wise and creatively.
Was it a full month?
Full month.
Oof.
Yeah. And what I've learned is I don't want to do stand up every night more than 2 weeks. There's a real law of diminishing returns where you're like, I'm like, you really are like, oh, my punchlines, I got new ideas. I feel sharp. I feel like I could do this forever. And then at some point you're like, I hate this. Everything sucks. Everything I said is boring. I never want to say these words again. So like I came back and I hated my hour. And I've never done that much comedy before. Because I was not only I did my hour every night at around 5:30 or 6. Then I was on a showcase where I did 20 minutes every night. And then I was doing like 10-minute spots throughout the city. So I would do a noon show. I would do a 2 a.m. show. Again, luckily I'm not drinking. I don't know how the people drinking and doing drugs do it because like it was so funny. I was jet lagged. So every day I would get up at 7 a.m. no matter what times I did, and I would go take a yoga class because I had a knee injury at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd get up and do a yoga class, and by the end of the festival, then it turned out I was doing like noon classes, and then by the end of the festival, I would just stretch in my room. Like I just completely fell apart as a person. But it was so important. It was also a lot of like, so it was 10 years ago. I was 31, and it was just important to know that I could do it, and that everything about that process I did myself, and it was career changing and mindset changing, right? Because now this business is do it yourself. And I was one of the early adapters of do it yourself. I was putting out albums on my own. I was one of the first YouTube specials to be out there. Like I've now created a prison of my own making. I think we're all struggling with the do it yourself.
Golden handcuffs.
Yeah. But at the time, I wasn't really somebody getting on TV. All my girlfriends and friends were doing late night and, Last Comic Standing.
Did you do Girl Code?
I didn't do Girl Code.
Oh.
I blew up online. I had a video go viral 15 years ago, and I was getting all these auditions, and I was overseas working, and I just thought they'll be there when I get back. And it wasn't. It was like this short window for like 2 weeks, and I missed it. I know that now. I didn't know that, 15 years ago. But I really wasn't, I didn't get any attention, any fans, very little TV until I started putting stuff out on my own. And a lot of that do-it-yourselfness came from touring on my own in Europe and doing the festival.
Well, and also, the old "what doesn't kill you makes you stronger," and then to give you the confidence to know. And then also you learn things about yourself, as you say, like if I do 2 weeks in a row, I'll lose my mind.
Yeah.
That's something I was talking about. We were talking about Sam Morril on the break, and think it was not this tour, the tour before, when I was looking down, and he had a theater every night in a different city, and and it was like you have to say yes because it's a theater, and if you say no, you might get cold. They might get somebody else, and it's a lot of money, and so you just have to, I guess, like you said, find that time where even if it's 4 months from now, there's a week that I can do nothing. But do you sort of feel like when you're doing that week, oh no, the world has forgotten about me?
I used to. I think again now that the internet is such a huge part of our life, you can kind of keep the ball up a bit more with that. The pandemic actually really helped me understand uh, the importance of a break. I was really burnt out. I was like not okay in the head. I was starting to kind of take off, and I was first really upset because like things were starting to work out, and now we're stuck at home. But my brain came back. Like I was just so tired, and I didn't realize that I was like, you know how it is. Like you can have a 9 to 5, or you can have a job that has no hours, and it's like while I have more free time than the average person, I wake up, I'm answering emails, I'm writing, I'm editing, I'm like, I'm constantly doing stuff for work. And then I go do stand up. And then sometimes I get home from stand up and I'm writing notes and I'm repacking and like I'm booking flights. Like I am, a one stop show everywhere I go. And I don't think I realized just how taxing that was
Yeah.
to me.
Did you get a manager or an agent?
I have a manager and agent. I got that 18 years into my career.
All right.
I've because all my friends got managers and agents before me, I really learned what they can and can't do. And I still things aren't great right now. There's only so much they can do and the business isn't great. So I think I had a moment. I think the least amount of work I ever did in that department was like 70%, and now I'm back to like doing 80%.
Well, when you're hands on and you want things done right, so like if you have a manager and your flight gets canceled, normally you'd call the manager and say, make it happen. Or do you like, no, I'll just do this right now myself?
I do it all myself. I have friends that their managers do that. That doesn't, I until it's a private jet, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, like, because I don't want to, so many things get canceled more than ever now. I don't want to be, like, I know comics that don't really understand the Delta app. Like, you're like, dude, you gotta, like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to not have that skill set, but just like negotiating deals and like chasing down bookers and like, it's exhausting when you're just like, I did this 20 years ago. I don't want to be doing this now. But I also feel fortunate. I mean, I feel fortunate that people in this business like what I do. I feel fortunate that fans come out. I now take I now use almost like a school system of breaks. Like I probably
Oh, wow.
yeah, like I don't have this is probably the most I've worked in July in my career. I usually don't do anything. I'm doing like spots, but I usually don't tour like last week of June to first week of August. I have like this kind of natural break where tickets are hard to sell. People are at the beach.
Sure.
And then December is really hard to sell tickets. So I usually take off like December and the summer.
Yeah, that's good. So now, as you say, the way we go now, do you have someone that does clips of you? And some guys, they'll hire like a college flunky. I shouldn't say flunky, but like a college kid, and a lot of it is crowd work or whatever, and it's just like get those 30-second clips out there.
I do it all myself.
Okay.
I have like anything that takes like a lot of editing. I have my one of my best friends from elementary school does editing, and she'll edit videos for me, and she'll do like posters and stuff for me. So she's helped me a lot. My boyfriend's an editor, so he's edited all my specials or the last couple, and then he'll do like trailers and stuff. But I can't afford him, so he'll be like, since you don't pay me, this will get done when it gets done. So I have a good team of like friends that kind of help me out. I'm this close to being able to farm more things out. I think that's where I'll feel most comfortable, because the truth is my favorite thing is to write. And when your day, like it used to be 50-50 and that was good, but there's days where it's like 90-10,
Wow,
100-0, and that it just doesn't feel good. So I also try to be like, if I'm on the road and my schedule's already messed up, those will be writing days, and then kind of get work done days are like when I'm home.
Well, Madison Avenue ignores people in my demographic. They don't even want our money unless they're selling like drugs or walk-in tubs.
Okay.
And now you can corner the market of the 60 plus American male, since
Absolutely.
we love you so much.
Yeah.
And in the front row, and you said there was a guy last night that was basically, you were his like Madonna. I mean,
I said Taylor Swift. I think you just aged yourself with Madonna. Oh my God. No, he was just so excited to meet me, and like, and I mean, I love it and I'm grateful. I think sometimes, because at the end of the day, I'm still like, a millennial woman. I was wearing a Darkwing Duck shirt yesterday, like I feel, and I think we've all talked about this. Like there's an age that your brain stops at a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And like I never wanted to be younger than probably 31, 30 maybe.
Mine stopped at 29, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in my 20s ever again. I felt not my best, but I was starting to feel good about myself and have self-esteem in my 30s. There was a week where I had a 4-pack. It was a week. It was a mixture of I got sick and I was like, I'm going to use this to eat healthy. So that was like a really fun week for me.
A week.
Truly. But like you think in your mind, this is who I am, this is my life. That's going to be reflected back in your audience. But when it's reflected, like I've learned a lot about myself because of my audience. And I've gone in and out being close with my dad, but I've always understood and respected my dad, even when we didn't see eye to eye. And now more than ever, I know when I'm frustrated with my dad, it's because I'm just being my dad. Like I am my dad.
Wow. That's the name of your next special, by the way. I am my dad. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We got like about 3 minutes left for Liz Miele. Get on back.
South of the shadows, night. Somewhere, some villain schemes, but his number's up and you dark window. When there's trouble, you call me ghost. Dark window.
Do you want to add a boost to your sex life this weekend? Do you want to make your partner and yourself happy? Then call our special hotline now. We'll sell you those little pills that work below the belt for less than $1 a pill and deliver your package in a few days, just in time for the weekend. Our pill delivers almost the same results as expensive pills for less than $1 a piece, and you don't need a prescription. And ask about their buy 3 get 3 free offer. What are you waiting for? Boost your sex life and have a great time now. Less than $1 a pill, discreet delivery in a few days, and a buy 3 get 3 free offer? Dial this number and save it now.
800-245-2751. 800-245-2751. 800-245-2751. That's 800-245-2751. Paid for by the Pharmacy Shop.
I get a lot of calls from people across the country who are suffering from the affliction of IRS tax debt. Hi, I'm the tax doctor. Call me right now. My team specializes in helping people over the age of 50 solve their tax problems. And the bigger your tax problem is, the more money you can save. If you owe the IRS money, or you're about to owe the IRS money, or even if you need to file years of unfiled returns, call us right now. Our friendly, highly trained representatives are waiting right now to take your call. Over the years, we've helped thousands of people just like you stop the tax liens, wage garnishments, and harassing phone calls. You don't need to send the IRS a big fat check. We can negotiate a lower amount. That's what we guarantee for you. So call us right now.
800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359.